I've used the iPhone 16 Pro Max for a year, and I've been using the iPhone 17 Pro for about a month now. And I can tell you right away, it's not worth upgrading. Don't get me wrong, there are some nice improvements, especially for people who really care about cameras, but overall, upgrading from the iPhone 16 Pro to the 17 Pro is more of a luxury than something you actually need to do. If you already have the 16 Pro, keep it. If you're coming from an older model like the 14 Pro or the 13 Pro, that's a different story. The upgrade makes a lot more sense. But for 16 Pro users, it's just not worth it. Let's talk about it. The first big change this year is the switch from titanium to an aluminum unibody design, and I'll be honest, I don't like it. The titanium frame on the 16 Pro felt premium, solid, and honestly more pro. The aluminum on the 17 Pro feels cheaper in the hand. Whenever I hold this iPhone, I feel like I'm holding a less expensive phone, even though I paid a lot for it. If you've ever held the iPhone Air, for example, you know what I mean. That phone feels sleek and high-end. The 17 Pro just doesn't. Something else that I don't love is that aluminum is more prone to scratches and dents. I got the silver color, so scratches don't show up as much, but I've seen the orange and blue versions getting scratched super easily. And the material just doesn't feel as resistant overall. I'm not doing drop tests here, I'll leave that to people like Everything Apple Pro and Jerry Rig Everything, but after watching their videos, it's clear that this iPhone isn't as durable as the titanium ones from last year. That's a big downgrade, in my opinion. The iPhone 17 Pro is also slightly thicker and heavier, and you can feel it. It's not a huge difference in hand, but it's noticeable, especially if you're used to the 16 Pro. Now, the display brightness has gone from 2000 nits to 3000 nits outdoors, and that's a 50% increase on paper, but in practice, it's not night and day. Yes, you can tell the screen is a little brighter when you're outside, especially if you put both iPhones side by side, but it's not something that you change how you use your iPhone day to day. It's nice to have, but definitely not a reason to upgrade. And before I talk about cooling, which is indeed better, let me show you a really cool accessory that I've been testing lately, the Snap-Field Wallet by Moft that you can use alongside your Snap case. Both products feel super premium and are made from Moft's Movas vegan leather, which is soft, lightweight, and stain resistant, and I love how strong the magnets are. The wallet has this compact origami style design and it fits everything like cards, cash, even SIM cards. And there's a pull tab that makes it super easy to grab what you need. It even folds into a phone stand when I'm watching videos or FaceTiming, so it's really cool. Also, it's available in 6 different colors, so you can mix and match with your case for a different look. If you want to check it out, you can use my code Marina10 for 10% off at moft.us. I'll leave the link down below. Thank you so much, Moft, for sponsoring this portion of the video, and now let's get back to it. Okay, under the hood, the iPhone 17 Pro is powered by the A19 Pro chip built on TSMC's N3P process, slightly more efficient than the A18 Pro. It also has a 6-core GPU with neural accelerators, which helps with AI and gaming performance. But let's be real. Considering that I'm not a pro user, the 16 Pro Max was already extremely fast. You won't feel a huge difference in day-to-day scenarios. Apps open instantly, gaming feels smooth for those who do that, and editing photos or videos is just as fast. Now, one area where I did notice a big improvement is cooling. My 16 Pro Max used to get super hot all the time, even when I wasn't doing anything heavy. The 17 Pro, on the other hand, stays much cooler. The only time it got really hot was when I was recording a story and charging it at the same time. That's it. So I can tell you that the new vapor chamber cooling system is one of the biggest practical upgrades this year. Even when I'm editing videos or exporting files, the 17 Pro stays really cool. And that's a huge relief. It might not be flashy, but it's something you actually feel every day. Battery life is another improvement, especially if you compare the Pro Max models. The 17 Pro Max goes up to 39 hours of video playback compared to 33 on the 16 Pro Max, and the regular 17 Pro goes up to 33 hours versus 27 before. But since I switched from the 16 Pro Max to the smaller 17 Pro, my experience is a little different. I can still go a full day without charging unless I'm on long FaceTime calls, like on Saturdays when I talk to my parents for over an hour. On those days, I do need to charge it once during the day, but that also used to happen with my 16 Pro Max. So battery life is solid, no complaints here, and charging is now faster, 50% in 20 minutes with a 40-watt adapter. Now let's talk about the cameras because that's where most of the improvements are. This year, we get a new 48-megapixel telephoto lens with up to 8 times optical zoom, a new 18-megapixel front camera with center stage and features like dual capture, ProRes RAW capture support, and Gen-Log support. Now, I'm planning on doing a separate camera test video soon, but I can already tell you that the front camera is a lot better, both for photos and videos. It's noticeably sharper. And if you record stories, reels, or TikToks, this new front camera is a huge step up. The stabilization and sharpness make your face kind of pop, even in lower light, and center stage keeps you perfectly framed while you move. It's a really cool feature to have. Also, something that I want you to know is that center stage is actually better on the iPhone than on the iPad, thanks to the new square sensor. On the iPad, the image feels cropped and way too zoomed in on my face. That doesn't happen on the iPhone, and I'm really happy about that. When it comes to the rear cameras, the 17 Pro is definitely sharper. In some shots, both phones look really similar, but in others, especially in bright outdoor lighting, the iPhone 17 Pro clearly wins. And the new telephoto lens is, without doubt, the main upgrade here. Now, I'm not a pro iPhone shooter. For content creation, I mostly use my professional camera or my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 when I need something portable. But for regular photos and videos, like the casual stuff we all do, I can definitely tell the difference. I mainly use my iPhone for stories when I need video, and I take tons of photos of my cats. Photos look crisper and videos in good lighting are super sharp. I recorded a video of my cat the other day and it looked incredible. The 16 Pro Max didn't get that kind of sharpness. Now, low-light photography though is still not perfect. For some reason, I actually think the 16 Pro Max did a bit better at night. I'll need to test that more, but it's something that I noticed so far. And before I forget, I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Kirk Myalakos, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. He is a professional filmmaker who shoots entirely on iPhones, and his videos are amazing. So if you want to see what these cameras can really do in the right hands, check out his channel. He's going to shoot new content on the iPhone 17 Pro soon, and I can't wait to see it. And I also have a video here on the channel that I shot only with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, so if you want to see how that looked, I'll link it in the description. Now, real talk. Should you upgrade just for the cameras? If you're a content creator, if you shoot client work, or if your iPhone camera quality directly impacts your income or creative output, then yes, the 17 Pro might make sense. The telephoto sensor alone could be worth it for you. The front-facing camera is also a really cool upgrade. But if you're a casual user who just takes nice photos here and there, the 16 Pro is still an amazing camera phone. For anyone coming from the iPhone 15 Pro or earlier though, that's a much easier decision because the jump in camera quality is substantial. So, is it worth upgrading from the iPhone 16 Pro to the 17 Pro? No, not really, unless you want to lose money. If you're into photography or videography professionally, sure, you love the cameras because they are incredible. But if you already have the 16 Pro, it just doesn't make sense to spend that much again after 1 year. The smarter move is to upgrade every 2 or 3 years. That way, you actually notice the improvements and get more value for your money. The iPhone 17 Pro is a great phone. Brighter display, faster charging, better cooling, improved cameras, but for most people, the 16 Pro is still just as good.